to share a little practice with you now, which I need for myself. I've just been for a walk, and this is kind of a lower back kind of little routine that I'm going to intuitively go through and share with you at the same time. Because since having children, I get a lot of lower back compression, especially when I'm walking, and I've got a very sedentary job sitting at a desk. And when I've been for a walk, where it's great because you're moving in this way, but I find that my lower back gets really compressed, and I need to kind of release it and release my hips, roll around a bit, and just get some movement back in these directions. And so I'm just going to share that with you today. I'm going to start the practice in a way that holds this practice in a yoga place, and not just a movement for movement's sake place. I did a video earlier which was about finding calm on the out breath in Langana, which is kind of a lightness, a fasting of the body, kind of an emptying to then have space to bring things in. And so I invite you to join me in that with that too. So I'm just going to take a little moment to close my eyes, soften my gaze. I invite you to do the same. I always roll my shoulders back, and a sigh and an out breath and an emptying. Take a breath in through the nose, a sigh out through the mouth. Be aware of the sounds in your environment. You may hear a digger in mine. It's Sunday here, and there's always stuff going on outside. I find the acceptance of all the sounds of a family home, and actually it's really good yoga practice to just accept what is and not be trying to achieve a perfectly quiet environment to do your practice. Sigh it away. And I'm just going to share with you the sounding bowl, 3 kind of chimes to open the practice. I'm going to come onto my bottom, move the cushion away, and then I'm just going to roll back onto my back and bring my knees up to my chest, and always start with this kind of massaging my back into the mat, my lower back. And then taking my hands on top of my kneecaps and rolling my lower back into the mat. Maybe 5 rotations to the right, and then taking it to the left. And wherever you are, you might want to carry on doing this for a bit longer. And back the other way again. If your back's feeling particularly tight. Okay. Now I'm going to raise my legs up to the sky and flex my feet, and then point and flex and point and flex, kind of to drain the legs a bit and to stretch the hamstrings as I flex and then point and flex and point and flex. Now I'm just going to have a little look at my legs and my feet and stretch out my toes and be really grateful actually in this moment for having legs and feet that can take me to where I need to go, for all the stuff, for all the journeying, and circling my feet one way and circling my ankles the other way, and back round again, just having a look again. There's been many times over the years when I've felt dissatisfied with my legs and my feet for whatever reason, and just let that go. Okay, lovely. And then I'm going to bend my knees and just part my knees and bringing my knees back kind of towards my shoulders, preparing for a happy baby. Just opening pelvis and then sliding my hands down to the sides of my feet. Now you may feel like you want to do that. You might just hold on to your shins and just rocking side to side again, feeling the lower spine, the lumbar region, kind of rounding and massaging into the earth. So wherever your hands are, maybe adjust that position slightly. If you wish to take your hands to the sides of your feet, you can. And you can raise your feet up towards the sky and just roll side to side. And you can stay there, or you can try and take your elbows inside your legs to widen your pelvis slightly, and again rocking side to side, opening the pelvis slightly. It's a bit more of a deeper posture. And remembering to breathe. Inhale through your mouth and then exhale, and lengthen that exhale. To really feel that sensation of emptying. I'm being investigated by cats, which is a lovely part of practicing in here. And then releasing your feet and bringing your knees back together and straightening your legs again to the ceiling. Flexing your feet, pointing your feet, flex and point, inhale and flex, exhale and point, inhale and flex, exhale and point. And then we're just going to get a little rocking motion so we can come up to boat. So let's just kind of rock. We can take it a few times before we come up. And once more, come up to boat. And I haven't left myself much room here. My dad's geraniums, which are always flowering, which I love. Okay, lovely. So take your toes in your peace fingers and let's just be playful in this boat. It's kind of early for me. First time I've been stretching my hamstrings properly today. So let's just be a little bit playful and finding the balance, one leg at a time. And I'm really feeling, because of this compact lumbar region, this kind of helps to open it. We've just been rolling around and opening it. And then let's see if we can inhale and take both legs out and find some balance. And then maybe bring your legs together. And then apart. And then together. apart. I'm keeping it very playful, and then you do what you feel you need to in this place. We're finding some stretch in the hamstrings, some opening up of the back and engagement of the core, straightening of the spine. There's a lot of things going on, and just think about what that feels like in the inside. All the different muscles that are coming into play in your own body. It's your own experience of this posture. Okay, and then maybe let's just try and unhook our fingers, take our hands out, find a bit of balance, looking up, taking the dristi, the focal point up to the toes. Lovely, and bringing your knees into your chest. And then finding the balance again, with our legs up, maybe taking that down a little bit. And then bringing these into the chest. And then out. And matching the breath. Inhale and exhale. As we express and inhale. And exhale. And once more. Okay, lovely. And let's take our legs into the deer position. So let's, in fact, let's do it from here. So leaning back on our hands, and then let's drop our legs to the right. Just open our chest a little bit here, and then to the left, and then to the right, and then to the left, and to the right, and going a little bit further, and just getting some nice fluid movement. Right, let's just hold there and inhale, and maybe drop your head back a bit. Don't hang it back, just drop it back, and exhale. Move to the left and inhale, and exhale. Lovely. And again, bringing your knees to your chest. Your forehead to your knees, finding balance. And then kind of like really open my back a little bit more this way. I think I'm just going to grab some cushions. I should have had before, but I didn't. Going to take a child's pose over some cushions in a supportive way to try and open the lower back. And just breathe. Sometimes you don't need to say anything, just breathe. Okay. And using your hands to come up onto all fours. Inhale and arch. And exhale the other way. Exhale, arch. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Notice my mistakes. We all make them. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. And really feel like you're emptying your tummy out. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Moving from the base of the spine. Your head is the last thing to move. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. And bringing it back to a neutral spine. Placing your right hand at the center of the mat and inhale and stretching your left hand all the way up to the sky. And exhale, threading the needle through and placing your left side of your face on the mat, stretching your right hand out above your head. And that might be enough for you today. And you can stay here. If you wish, you can inhale and take your right hand up to the sky. And you can stay there, or you can tuck your right fingers into your left thigh crease. And inhale, taking your right hand back up to the sky, and exhale, taking it to the top of the mat. And inhale, bringing your right hand back up, pushing yourself back up to your neutral table position. And let's just do a couple more cat-cows. So inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. One more, inhale, arch, and exhale, round. And then placing your right hand in the center of the mat, inhaling, lifting your, what is that, dyslexic movement? Have I just done that? Yeah, I've just done that. It's dyslexic thing, that's fine. And I'm not even going to delete it. That's what we do. Inhale, taking your right hand all the way up to the sky, and exhale, and threading your right hand through, and stretching your left hand to the top of the mat. And that might be enough for you today. And if not, let's inhale and take our left hand all the way up. And then, if you wish, tuck it into your right thigh crease. And then inhale, taking your left hand back up to the sky, and exhale, taking your left hand to the top of the mat. Inhale, bringing your left hand back to your face, and inhale, back to neutral table, and inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Inhale, arch, and exhale, round. And once more, inhale, arch, and exhale, round. And then we're going to just take this down into puppy posture. Now, depending on how much sensation this brings to your back and your shoulders, you might want to just go down onto your forearms and then slowly walk them forwards and resting your forehead on the mat with your bottom looking up to the sky. If you wish to put your chin on the mat instead, you can do that, but that can be quite a strong sensation in the upper back. It also feels like a deeper hollowing out in your abdomen area. And just stay there for a few breaths. And on the next in-breath, you're going to move forward into Sphinx position onto your forearms. Now if this feels too much, you can take this down into a baby cobra. And back onto your forearms of Sphinx. And take a few breaths here. That's quite a deep sensation on the lower back. So that's definitely enough for me today. And I'm going to draw my hands back towards my chest and push back. And all the way back to child's pose. To kind of release that lower back sensation. With my arms outstretched and my forehead on the mat. And on the next inhale, I'm going to come back onto all fours and scoop my legs under and bring my legs and my feet together into butterfly and just have a little bounce here and bring some heat and lubrication to my pelvis and my lower back. And then coming into an easy seat, popping my hands upturned on my knees, just to have a final couple of breaths to end the practice. Keeping it real, trying not to be annoyed about the comings and goings in my home. It's a home. Trying to smile and let it go. We get to have crossings and comings and goings of other humans, because we have connection and we have things to do. But we can also witness each other's lives differently, have different reactions to each other's needs and wants and busyness. If we have conscious moments when we just take some time to kind of let go, look after ourselves and sigh out the stuff. I'm going to close this practice with 3 sings off the singing bowl, the prayer bowl, with the accompaniment of an outdoor wheelbarrow and a digger. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for sharing this practice.